When you start out your journey as a content creator, there's a ton of information out there and most of it doesn't matter. But in this video, we're gonna talk about 6 simple things that you can implement today that will help get the ball rolling. And a lot of these are things I didn't know at first, but I gradually learned as I grew my main channel from 0 to 20,000 subscribers in a little over a year. And the first thing is, nobody cares about your videos. And that may sound a little bit dramatic, but I know for a fact it's one of the biggest things that keeps people from actually making videos. Everybody has friends and family and a lot of people close to them, and starting the journey as a content creator or starting a YouTube channel is a big step in your life, especially if it's gonna be something that you're committed to for the long haul. And you may be thinking, what will my parents think? What will my siblings think? What about my coworkers or my friends at school? But honestly, at the end of the day, they really don't care as much as you think they might. And to the extent that they do care, those that you actually want to have around you that actually care about you, they're gonna want you to succeed. And if you do start creating content and some people around you are discouraging towards you and they're putting you down, honestly, that's just a good sign that you shouldn't really be hanging around that person to begin with. At the end of the day, you have your own reasons for starting to create content, and those reasons are gonna vary from person to person, but it's really an individual goal. And the reason that you start creating content needs to be important enough that other people's opinions isn't gonna distract from it. And this isn't even a flex, but my main channel has about 12 million views across around 350 uploads. And so tons of people around the country and around the world have seen my videos, but I can tell you that among my close friends, my family, my coworkers, I think they may have watched, I don't know, 10 to 12 views like in total. Just remember, if anything, that your close friends and family throughout your journey, they're not there to critique your videos. If anything, they're just gonna be there to support you. Moving on to the second tip, when you create content, you need to give of yourself. It's really easy to obsess over the small things like audio and video and lighting, but really all you need to do is just help someone that's on the other side of the camera. Even if you're just providing someone with entertainment and it's not strictly educational, all you have to do is give something of value. A lot of people on the internet are looking for answers. They're looking for information, or they're looking to solutions for specific problems. Some of those problems may be really big, and it may be a problem that you don't have the answer for, but you know a lot more than you think you do. You may be an expert in cars, watches, video games, computers, or a whole host of other things. And no matter how niche or small you think the topic is that you're interested in or you have a lot of knowledge on, people are always looking for answers on these things. And that brings me to my third tip: don't take your knowledge for granted. If you've lived on this earth for really any amount of time, you have managed to accumulate a decent amount of information on some topic. You may not necessarily think that you're an expert in a specific area, but I guarantee there is something that you love and you're invested in that another person would love to have your actual information and knowledge on. Maybe it's a hobby that you've been doing for the past few years and you don't necessarily think you're the best at it. Maybe you think you're just average, but it's just something that you like to do. There could be another person just starting to get into that hobby who you would be the perfect teacher. And the knowledge and interests you already have are actually the best way to go about choosing your niche. For example, I do product reviews on my channel, typically for football boots, so it's usually going to be some sort of sportswear. And throughout all the videos I've created, sometimes I'll need to explain a feature multiple times because it will come up on multiple football boots. But I don't just skip over creating that feature because I assumed someone has watched a previous video of mine. No, that would be stupid, because a lot of people that come and watch a video, maybe that's their first time seeing your channel. If you're an expert in a topic, don't be afraid to go in depth, because that's really what you're there for. And now for the fourth tip, always think about the viewer. When you are in the process of creating a video, one of the most important questions you can ask yourself is, who would want to watch this? And another great question to ask yourself is, would you watch it if it came across your feed, and would you actually like it? This is kind of hard to do because you have to shift from a consumer mindset more to a creator mindset. In my experience, the best way to actually apply this in your videos is to go to some of your favorite creators. If you want to make long videos, look at some of your favorite long form creators. If you want to make short form, look at some of your favorite shorts creators. And take a note of all of the things that you like about how they make their videos. Do you really like the editing? Do you like the lighting? Do you like the background? Are they using a good intro? Are they using a good hook? Do things feel scripted, or are they more free-flowing? Now, you may not be able to mimic their production quality right off the bat if it's a really, really big creator, but you can still take some of the techniques they're applying and try and put them into your own videos. And if you're someone who's been consuming content for a long time, you can actually think of it as an advantage, because you have years of, watching videos and finding creators where you like their style, and you have a really good understanding of the things that you like and the things that you don't like. So use that edge to your advantage and think of the viewer as you're making your content. And the fifth tip, if you don't know where to start when creating your videos, make an outline. And you can outline a short video in just a few lines, or you can outline a longer video in a page or two. And just like any story, an outline really only needs to have 3 components, and that's going to be a beginning, middle, and end. Your beginning should be short. It's usually just going to be an intro that includes a hook and establishes what your video is going to be about. Some people will script their intro, and some people like to just jot down bullet points. Personally, I like the first couple lines of my videos to be actually planned out. Then when you get to the middle section of your video, these are going to be the details that really comprise the bulk of what your video is. And depending on the length and complexity of your topic, you can break that middle part up into multiple sections. And then as far as endings go, I like to keep these really short, similar to the intro, and just give my final thoughts on whatever I'm talking about. And I can tell you that generally I'm not a writer, but over the past couple years on my YouTube channel, I have filled up these 3 journals just on video ideas and outlines. And once you get an outline completed, it feels a lot less daunting to go and start filming. And the final tip, and maybe one of the most important, set upload targets. If you've only posted 20 videos and you're disappointed with the results and you think you've tried everything and nothing's working, I promise you just haven't posted enough. And I think the discussion between quality and quantity is a little bit misleading because some people have this idea that they can just start making videos off the bat, having never made a video in their life, and just make a high quality, great video. And it's just not very likely that that happens. And I can tell you, if you make 100 videos and just incrementally improve the process each time, your 100th video will be so much better than your first. If I quit my first YouTube channel after 50 uploads, I probably would have ended things with around 100 subscribers and maybe a few thousand views here and there. But I didn't quit after the first 50. I went to 100, and then eventually I got around 1,000 subscribers. And then I did 150 videos, and then that number grew to around 5,000 subscribers. And then by 200 videos, I had over 10,000 subscribers. And now at 300 videos, I went to over 20,000 subscribers. And when I do go and look back at some of those earlier videos, I am actually so appreciative of them. Because even though the audio and video quality wasn't that great in those videos, and the scripting and the pacing and editing wasn't that great either, I was still trying to be helpful and just still trying to give value. And eventually, when I did prove to myself that I could mentally stick with it and get to 100 uploads, I did get a better camera, I got a better microphone, and I got a better lighting setup. And the only reason I'm able to have the following that I built up is because I set upload targets. This right here is a sticky note from last year, and on it you will see about 30 different checkmark boxes, and each of those boxes represents a video that I posted that month. Now this posting frequency is really aggressive, and you don't need to be doing a video a day to see results. If you're thinking about getting more serious about content creation, I think the bare minimum should be 1 to 2 videos per week. This is going to help get you in a routine and get the process of creating content a lot more streamlined. Just make sure you set up those targets for yourself, because ultimately that quantity will get you to quality. And guys, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know if you guys have tried implementing any of these things in the content that you create. And if you have any questions about what we went over, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.